What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Look. Okay, let me stop. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna stop. Listen, bitch. Let me tell y'all something, okay? God has a way of putting things in perspective for you, okay? And coming through when you need them. Not when you want them, but when you need them, okay? Listen, for the past couple of weeks or so, Ashley been feeling like my spirit's been low. I'm talking about myself in the third person and shit. Spirit been low as shit. You know what I'm saying? Just been confused about some things or whatever, dealing with certain situations. And it was just like, where am I going with this? Okay. And I'm looking back at the situation and it's like, is the answer's been right in front of my face. Okay. Sometimes we see the stuff and it's not the answer or the outcome that we want it to be, but it's what it has to be. Okay. And so therefore, I woke up this morning and actually a couple of days ago as well to certain opportunities that came my way. And I'm like, okay, I see you. So, it's the little things that really just come through at the right time when you needed to lift your spirit, and that is exactly what happened to me. And I'm just gotta get to this point where I can't let any and everything stress me out, and I want to have control over certain things, and sometimes I get impatient with stuff, and I just gotta let shit happen the way that it needs to happen. And if I don't hear from things and hear from this person or that person or whatever, that's also an answer too. And not to stress over shit, and just to just go about living fucking life. Listen, it's a beautiful ass day out here. It has been beautiful this whole fucking week, y'all. Let me just tell you, my spirit is lifted, okay? I'm feeling so good, you can't tell me shit. Okay, listen, the bitch got her hair did, and y'all already know bad bitch mode is in effect. Okay, I'm saying shout out to Tamika. Y'all already know how I get when I get my hair did. Y'all, maybe it was because I was feeling a little raggedy because my hair was like, it was all fresh. It smelled good and everything, but it just looked frumpy and stuff like that. But bitch, I went to the hair salon. I ain't had no complaints. I ain't had no complaints today. The bitch was on time. I was in there out in 2 hours. Okay, in 2 hours exactly, bitch. I was like, what is going on? It's my day off. I get to go chill. You know what I'm saying? I might go catch a movie. I heard my wasn't as good as it's supposed to have been, but I might still go check it out just to support Octavia Spencer. But it is what it is. You know, Y'all, we just gotta let things flow the way that they need to flow, okay? And what's meant for us is meant for us. If that bitch don't text you back, fuck that hoe, okay? And I'm talking about nigga too. You know what I'm saying? If that job opportunity didn't come through, go to the next one. Keep putting out them applications and stuff like that. Don't let shit stop you. If you feel like you need to go out there and do it on your own, make your own way, bitch. Okay? Don't let nothing stop you. Listen. Ashley is feeling it. Ashley is feeling it. I had to say something because this video ain't really gonna be long too. I want to give a little testimony or whatever because I just wanted to come through and be real with y'all or whatever. But let's just get into this video. I hope you guys have had a beautiful week so far, Um and if you haven't, I hope things have been looking up. Congratulations. I meant to been saying this to all the graduates who graduated, whether you graduated from 8th grade, high school, college, graduate school, y'all out here doing the damn thing, and welcome to the motherfucking real world, okay? So I just hope everybody is having a blessed and beautiful day, because bitch, Ashley is, all right? But moving on from that, let's just, like I said, it's not really much that I had to put that out there because the one thing, we got reports coming out about people winding up dead in people's resorts up in Dominican Republic. Like, we found out one lady, she got her ass beat so damn bad that her whole face was just broken. She was and fucked up for months or whatever. Then we get reports that like a few days ago or something, this black couple got found in their resort in the Dominican Republic. And they died, and they trying to say that it was of natural causes of asphyxia or some natural causes, and something like that, and it just didn't seem right because then somebody else showed up dead, and then another person showed up dead at the same result. Girl, no, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but something in the water over there ain't right at that particular result. Okay, like, listen, I can't go. I hope they get somebody in there to do a real ass investigation and not be playing games, because can't let this shit slide. It's one, okay, it's an accident, or maybe it could have been natural causes, but 4, 5, girl, no, we not finna do this, okay? Um, and stuff like that does not make your city, make your country, make your place of residency the result. It don't make it look good when stuff like this keep happening. That affect tourism dollars, okay? That affect tourism dollars, and you don't want that. Um, Moving on from that, the whole thing with the um Mahala. Malia Davis, they did find her body. They did find her remains. So it's unfortunate. The mayor of Houston, I believe, just pronounced I think June 9th as Malia Davis Day. And all I gotta say on that, I'm giving y'all constant updates. All I gotta say on that is lock both of them up, the mama and the daddy, okay? Um you knew shit was going on. Well, the mama and the stepdaddy. First of all, he technically wasn't even a stepdaddy yet because they were not married. That's one. Two, where was the father? Three, where was the other family members? Four, how come CPS did not step in the way that they needed to? It is so many aspects to this whole story that we need to be looked at, and people need to take responsibility for. And this just shows how, especially with CPS and DCFS and all that stuff, how these kids slip through the cracks, okay? How these people I don't know if they're overworked, and I don't want to come out of turn because I'm pretty sure some people who work in these facilities, watch me, and y'all can spread some light on it. Are you guys overworked? I'm pretty sure they are. But we hear too many stories about these kids slipping through the cracks, and things could have been prevented. These kids could have been pulled out of certain homes, and they still could have had their lives, or they could have been in better environments or whatever. The mama ain't clean. The mama ain't clean. No way, which end about it. It ain't just the ex-boyfriend. No. And you can just lock his ass up and do all that shit too. Shout out to Jay-Z. He's a billionaire now, okay? They say he the first hip-hop billionaire. I know people was trying to do the whole thing, what about Dre? But with the taxes and the stuff and all that stuff, it came out that he was not a billionaire yet, but somehow Jay-Z is, and that's congratulations to him on that. Ain't putting no money in my pocket. I keep putting money in theirs, but it is what it is. But some of my dollars then went through that, so congratulations to us, because bitch, I helped you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel on that one. No hate, no shame, no whatever. Congratulations to Rihanna. She's the they said that she's like the highest paid female musician in the music world. Congratulations, $600 million. I told y'all, Rihanna, Fenty is building a gap. Miss Fenty, Miss Robin, okay? At one point, she's not going to be Rihanna no more. She's going to be Robin, all right? She's already on Fenty, you know what I'm saying? She's just going to be Robin at this point. Robin Fenty is the luxury brand, okay? Rihanna is the musician, okay? That's what it is. And, she's been building her empire, and we synced it with our own eyes. First, you come out with the music, okay? And at first, I was a little shaky on Rihanna. Come on the replay. Tell the DJ turn the music up. That's my shit. I was like, run, 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 run. Every day, that was my shit. Okay, let me say, run another side. Okay, listen. Real talk. I didn't buy Rihanna's first CD because I was young. Stole it from Walmart. That was back then when you had CDs, and then you had to be careful which one you brought, because sometimes they had the clean version and sometimes they had the dirty version. So you had to be careful, because sometimes we got caught up like that. We accidentally got the wrong one. But yeah, I used to steal CDs from Walmart back in the day when we still had CD type like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed of it. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That's what just happened. Okay, I was one of those kids. I ain't gonna. God know my heart. God know my heart. It wasn't out of I just You know, it is what it is. And so we seen that, and you know, at first it was like, is she gonna go somewhere? And she went somewhere, and then she came back with a bad bitch hairstyle. Okay, like when Rihanna cut that hair off, and she had that little pixie cut with the bang right there. Bitch, listen, it was over and done for with it. That's when she's really started rising, okay? And then she came through, did her little music, was putting out album after album after album. A bitch took a goddamn break. Then next thing you know, she got Fenty Beauty, Fenty Savage, Fenty this, Fenty Luxury line. Girl, come on, okay? What do you expect? She's building an empire. She's building a legacy, and I'm all here for it. I'm all here for anybody who is out here actually living their dreams and, you know, not just settling for, you know, being stuck in this one particular position. Let's go all over, okay? Because if my talents can go all over, bitch, I'm gonna go all over, and I'm here for it. Moving on from that, there was an actress who tried to get Tyler Perry's attention by putting up a $2,000 billboard. And he basically put it on blast that, you know, stuff like this don't get my attention in a positive way, okay? Because then that put his staffs on alert, because it makes you look like, oh, do we gotta look after this person if they will go to this length? No, just come through, audition. It's free. You wasting money doing stuff like this over something that's not gonna guarantee get you any work. And on the one hand, it got his attention. Whatever, if that's what she wanted, an attention, she got that attention, but it didn't get you in the movie, okay? You're not about to work with him. And I get what he's saying. I get where she coming from. Would you do something like that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because, bitch, I'm trying to get the money so I ain't finna waste no money on no shit like that, okay? If you want me, you want me. If it's an audition, go to that audition. Put that legwork in. Just because you put a movie up, a billboard up, or you putting this out and putting that out. I know you're trying to promote yourself or whatever. And that's how a lot of people these days are getting found by their work. Their actual work, not just putting up a billboard or putting up a flyer saying, here, come get me and all this stuff. You got to show that work and let people, you know, see what you're about, okay? You may not get it the first time, the second time, the third time, but you gonna get it eventually, okay? If you keep putting in that legwork. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. So I don't even really want to talk about nothing else. Let me see if we'll get, cause something is on my mind. Okay, shout out to Regina Hall. She's gonna be hosting the BET Awards this year. Hopefully it's a good one because I love me some Regina Hall. She's very funny to me. So we'll see how that goes. What else is important? Let me go to my I got some stuff on my YouTube. Because I got a couple of topics that I really, really want to talk about. That's why I said this video. When I say this video not going to be long, it's not about to be long because there really wasn't much going on this week. No, I have not watched 90 Day Fiancé the other way. I haven't even been watching 90 Day Fiancé. Girl, let me tell you something. If I do watch 90 Day Fiancé, the after show, I just fast forward to the Ashley and the Jamaican boy. I fast forward to them because I just wanted to know what her decision was, okay? And what we found out is she finally gonna give him a second chance. And my thing is, I would have did the exact damn thing that she did when she went out there to New York playing with her girls. She went out and she did the same thing to him, okay? You don't like the fact that she was talking to her ex-man, but then you go over here talking to new bitches or whatever. Bitch, get out your feelings. You don't like it when the shoe was on the other foot, okay? Okay, gave him a taste of his own medicine. And at one point, I was like, bitch, you need to just stop playing with this little boy and ship his ass back to Jamaica. Okay, take him back to Jamaica because you're not really wanting him, all right? Why you keep on dangling him around like this, okay? Putting his life in limbo. I didn't think that was fair, all right? You knew what you wanted to do. Now you saying that you're going to give it another chance. Yeah, we'll see how long this works. Okay. So this whole situation with T.I. and his sister, I seen it yesterday. They came out saying that T.I.'s sister, you know, her toxicology report and the cause of her death and all that stuff. TMZ put that information out, and it wasn't a positive one, okay? And at this point, she's gone. She's gone. Did we need to know all of that? No, we did not. But at the same time, I understand the frustration and the pain. They're still grieving T.I. and his family. And of course, he got on live and he went off on TMZ. And actually came back and retracted the story and gave a apology. And I was like, since when does T.I. on TMZ do this? Because usually this is what TMZ does. This is what TMZ does. TMZ will encroach on anybody's privacy and try to get all this stuff to get the tea and put this information out, the salacious information. And a lot of the shit I be sitting here watching when it comes across my timeline, because I don't follow them. People retweet the stories on my timeline on Twitter. So I'm just sitting here like, why do we need to know this? Why did you feel the need to put that out there? It's clickbait. It's, oh, let's see who can have the most scandalous, title and all this stuff. And it's clickbait, and some of the stuff is not warranted. So I'm not upset at T.I. for coming after them, but at the same time, y'all are in the public eye, and this is what the blogs do. Okay, this is what the blogs do. But you see, no other blog touched that. It was just TMZ. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. Because I mean, when TMZ retracted that story, they retracted that story and put a whole ass essay up there about all the stuff that Precious has done, all the, events that she's been with, all the organizations that she helped out with. I said y'all should have did that shit in the first place, but oh well, we'll see. We'll see how, if they will change their tune with other people, because we've seen other stories come out and TMZ hasn't really retracted anything, unless I don't be checking for them, so I wouldn't know, but I haven't seen anything. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. Love After Lockup does come back on next week, and Ashley will be reviewing it, of course, so you don't even have to ask. I don't know why you would ask. I mean, that's my show. Let me tell you something. The schedule is going to be heavy, especially on Tuesday nights, because Queen Sugar come back on, when is the 12th? Something comes back on the 11th. Queen Sugar comes back on Wednesday. There's a couple of shows that I'm already doing 3 shows on Tuesday. Probably gonna be adding another one, Ambition, that's coming on the 18th as well. So a bitch schedule is about to be full, and I just want y'all to hang in there with me, and we gonna get through this. Tracy Morgan got into a car accident. You just brought a whole new car that was like over $2 million, and you got sideswiped in Manhattan. Baby, be careful. Be careful. See, this is why I don't drive at this point. I'm traumatized. After I've been in as many accidents that I've been in, and I'm just a passenger, it traumatized the hell out of me. And, given the fact that he just got out this whole big accident that could have killed him, I know he was feeling some type of way. But be careful, especially out there in New York. That's all I can say is be careful. Moving on from that, let me see, because y'all know what I'm trying to get to. I watched the whole thing with the Braxton Family Values. I fell off of it because this season hasn't really been all that, so, and I've had things to do, whatever. And so I looked at the season finale that came on last night. And all I'm going to say is, Tracy had every right to feel the way that she felt. From day one, they treated Tracy like the goddamn black sheep. From remember when Braxton Family Values first premiered, and everybody had titles underneath their name, and they literally put Tracy as the wannabe. Okay, that's shade right there in itself. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show how y'all feel about her if you would allow that to happen, and you don't respect her. I felt like they was truly dismissive of her feelings that happened last night. That blow up was coming. Tracy needs to learn how to speak and let people speak, and then to gather her thoughts and get everything out and quit holding things on. I know she feeling pain from years and years ago, and people can be like, oh, well, that was years ago. You need to let that go. You can't tell somebody when to let something go, especially when it hasn't been resolved and you trying to come together multiple times and you can't resolve it. That shit's gonna fester, fester, fester. And sometimes you do have to get to a point where you do have to let it go, because it's gonna affect yourself. You can't let that shit be affecting your everyday health while everybody else out here flourishing and you still living in the past. Get that shit out and move the fuck on. But again, there's no time limit. You can't tell nobody when and how to do that. And that whole thing when Trina got proposed to by her boyfriend, her now fiance, yes, they went out to Napa Valley for Tamar's birthday. It was her birthday weekend, but your birthday is on one day. Made it seem as if the reason Spoiled brat, okay? I did not like the way that she responded to that whole thing. And what I truly didn't like and disgusted me was when she got up after Vaughn proposed to Trina. She got up and she left, and you heard her say, fuck that bitch. Talking about Trina. As if Trina knew that her boyfriend was going to surprise her and propose. At first, I thought it was disrespectful because I remember seeing this on the Shade Room that she had put up a live about, being at her birthday dinner and Vaughn proposed. And I was like, you don't do that at somebody else's dinner and this day on their birthday, because I would have felt the way too. But then come to find out, they had already had the birthday dinner and it wasn't even her birthday. So you getting pissed off because of what? Because the whole weekend's supposed to be... Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I was just like, how selfish can you be? Like, I mean, feel away a little bit, but don't be so in your feelings that you sitting there pouting, you putting out the news before they can put out the news. That was trifling as fuck, okay? How you know they wanted everybody to see that? How you know they didn't want to tell people themselves? No, you didn't spoil that for them. He was pissed off, and he had every right to be pissed off about that. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. I just felt like it was disgusting. It was disgusting, and at this point, just go ahead and cancel the show. Okay. That's the whole thing. Why y'all sisterhood can't get back together? Because y'all keep living it out in the public. Y'all need to be in the private. Cancel the show at this point. Because it's not really that good. It's not really that good. No shade. All right. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. 50 Cent was on a date with Nicki. Bitch, quote unquote, possibly a date with Nicki from Black Ink Crew for ex-girlfriend. I said, so they really rocking together. I remember when they was in the strip club and he was giving her that money, but I was like, damn, that was months ago. Now y'all still rocking together, and they just mentioned her on Black Ink Crew this past Tuesday. Child, all right. And this dude come up there aggressively trying to get 50 to look at him and all that stuff. 50 handled that situation well because he could have beat his ass. He could have did a whole bunch of shit to him, but you don't do that to people. People are out. You don't come to them in an aggressive way. You don't do that. And yeah, they celebrities and everybody this is what you sign up for, but you also have to have respect, okay? Because you wouldn't want nobody in your space like that. Speaking of space, let's just go there for a second. Because the last thing I'm gonna talk about is Now They See Us. This whole gather up, come up. Beehive, okay? Let me tell you something. Y'all know I love me some Beyonce. Okay? They love me too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, whatever. I am a grown-ass woman. Alright? I don't do that stand shit. Okay? I can love a person, but I'm not finna be attacking this person, attacking that person, attacking that person. This is why people have negative perceptions of stand culture, and people who go so fucking hard. You can be a fan of somebody, you can dislike what somebody say about them or whatever, but you don't have to go on and attack and be so nasty and disgusting to them, okay? You Beyhive, especially you young ones, you new ones, you guys do the fucking most sometimes. And not just the Beyhive, but a lot of these people in these stand cultures. Y'all go above and beyond and don't have to, and it's just ridiculous, and you make yourself look pathetic. Beyonce and Jay-Z was at the Warriors game versus the Raptors last night or a couple of nights ago, whichever what it was, because I think it's a game tonight. But either way, a couple of nights ago. They were sitting next to the wife of the owner of the Golden State Warriors, who invited them to the damn game. So they were guests. They were fucking guests. And yes, when I seen the video, and I don't know if Beyonce be knowing that she be doing this shit, but baby, you do get off some little vibes that you be like, I'm not here, or mama probably be high, okay? I don't know. I don't want to put that out there in the universe, but we all remember that one time she was sitting there and she was just like this. She zones out. She zones out. Okay, maybe she's one of those people that's constantly in her head. She's just there to support or whatever. She don't really have nothing to say, so she's just gonna zone out, let you do what you gotta do. But the lady did talk over her to Beyonce, to Jay-Z. And what we found out, she was asking drink orders and, explaining this and explaining that. She did it a couple of times. Yes, I understand. Don't talk over me. That's invading personal space. I even put up a little post like, girl, Becky want to get her ass beat and all that shit. If she better sit back. She got one more time. It was all fun and games, okay? It was all fun and games. When we see these pictures and see these videos of them, it's meme stuff that comes out. Memes, okay? It's all fun. It's joke. We know it's not that serious. The adult Beyhivers or, adult fans or whatever. We can laugh at the jokes or whatever, but we know it's not that serious. It's not that deep, okay? It's probably more to the story and all that stuff. We just like making up stuff and, being funny with it or whatever. It's nothing harmful, okay? But then when you get to the point where you find this person's Instagram, find this person's information, and you're putting all this stuff in there and you telling the person that they need to go kill themselves for fucking what? Because she spoke to somebody, she leaned over and spoke to her husband. Bitch, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys need to grow the fuck up and stop doing this shit because you are up here standing for somebody and fans of somebody who would not do that. You really think that she would approve of some shit like that? It got to the point that Yvette, her fucking publicist, had to come out and tell y'all ass to fucking chill. Because Beyonce ain't gonna do it. Beyonce ain't gonna do it, alright? I don't know why people be like, with these artists, y'all need to tell y'all artists, tell y'all fans to stop and all this stuff. They can come out and they can say chill and do this stuff, but you still got them one crazy fans that's gonna go ahead and say fuck that. Nah, we doing this and we doing that. And that's exactly what happened. And since the fuck when do y'all seen or know Beyonce to come out and say anything about chilling the fuck out? I only heard that one time, and that was it. Okay, and that was when she was pregnant with Blue Ivy, and she was like, "Nah, man, chill." That was it. That was it. Okay, that was it. But you do too fucking much for what? For fucking what? Okay, what are you getting out of it besides making yourself look crazy? You're going so hard over somebody that don't know you and probably would not do that for you. Okay? What is it? Us adults, we know better. And see, that's what makes it sad because it is some adults that's in there. And I'm talking about 30-plus-year-old that's still doing that shit. Like, come on. It's okay to make a little joke here, joke there. We like to laugh. We know it's not serious or whatever. But when you telling somebody, oh, I'm going to do this to you, or I'm going to do that to you, or you need to go do this to yourself and all that shit in a negative. No. You pathetic. And this is why people say shit about stan culture. It's too fucking much. Love who you love, support who you support, but damn bitch, don't be going overboard and beyond because that don't make you look pretty, that don't make you look cute, that don't get you brownie points. It don't, okay? It don't. Chill the fuck out, okay? And then you be going at people that you don't even know who the fuck they are. They could have been friends for years. Bitch, come on now. Like, anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. The last thing that I want to talk about is Now They See Us. Ava DuVernay's my shit still what? I'm sorry. Ava DuVernay's 4-part miniseries on the Central Park 5 boys and the case of the jogger who got raped and beaten and left for dead. And the boys were from the ages of 14 to 16 years old. The oldest was 16. Corey Wise was 16 years old. You had Yusef, Corey Wise, Antoine, Kevin, and Raymond Jr. Raymond Santana Jr. I remember hearing about this case. First of all, it happened in 1989. I was 2 years old. I was 2 years old at the time this happened. It was in New York. I live out here. But as I got older, I remember hearing about it. And then once, a few years ago, there was a documentary that came on TV that was about the whole thing. And that's when I learned the logistics of it and how, it didn't go as deep. But, they was talking about one thing that did stick out in my mind was the whole Trump situation when he put the whole $85,000 ad out in a newspaper, magazine, or whatever, just calling for the death penalty. And he was doing interviews and all this stuff. And how these boys was in jail for something that they did not do. Now, they didn't go into detail as to how the case went, but it came out saying that they were innocent. They were proven innocent. DNA evidence showed that they were proven innocent and everything. And so, till this day, we never heard an apology from the people that accused them and set them up. And I don't feel like we will because they're really feeling as though that this happened. After this documentary came out, main players were getting attacked. And not necessarily attacked, but called out for their bullshit. Linda Fairstein, the prosecutor on the case, the detective on the case, or whoever you want to call her, she in the show, in the docu series, that's what I'm gonna call it, docu series or whatever, because that's what it was. She went so hard, and she did not even give a benefit of a doubt. It was not innocent until proven guilty. It was guilty until proven guilty. Okay, with her. She immediately said that these pack of boys, and kept on calling them a pack like they're animals. Animals run in packs. Dogs run in packs. Wolves run in packs. That's what they was calling them, equating them to animals, okay? And that pissed me off so much. That pissed me off so much. The way that she went so hard. She didn't even, not one time, let it sink into her mind, let the thought run across that they could possibly be innocent. No, they were automatically, because they were a group of minority boys, mostly black boys, they were had to be guilty. They did this shit. And then the way that the news did things, and the newspapers was putting these articles out, making them seem so, they were so salacious, and making them, they were so negative towards the boys, and making them seem as if, oh, because they're from this poverty driven background, and no fathers in the home, and no this and no that, this is what their life is about, and this is what they come to do, and all this stuff. It was disgusting. It was disgusting, okay? And to see that, and see how hard they did, and to have them boys in that interrogation room so long without, food and water, and going to the bathroom, and then having them get to the point where they're literally just wanting to get out of there. So they just went on ahead and they just said what this person said. They were there and they really weren't. They gave false confessions. They were coerced, okay? They were tortured. They were tortured. That's literally what they were. All right. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Okay. My heart hurt watching this. I knew for a fact that my feelings was going to be all fucked up while I was watching this show. So I put it off. I didn't immediately jump on the bandwagon to watch when it first came out on the 31st. It took me a couple of days to warm up to it. I watched it a couple of days ago, all of it, and it still took me 2 days to get through it. Okay. To see how these boys were just out minding their business, and they saw a crowd. They were one of them was about to go to a party. Okay, they saw a crowd of boys on a group going to the park, so they just followed. And that probably was their mistake, okay? Listen, since when black folks run to the trouble, bitch, we run away, okay? They ran to it. It was some shit going on. But still, they were kids, and they just got caught up in the moment, and they didn't even do anything, and they just went around the neighborhood gathering these people up because this lady got hurt and all this stuff, and they didn't fully investigate, if you ask me, okay? And so you see one particular character, they just kept on making it seem as if this one boy was doing this and doing that, and he was like, bitch, I'm a fucking virgin. I don't even know what this means. What does this mean? Rape, all this stuff? I don't know. And it was heartbreaking to see how they did this, and the fact that this still goes on till this day. As I was looking at them doing the interrogation on this with the boys, I kept on thinking about what kept on coming in my mind. I don't know if you guys watched it on Netflix. There's also a series on Netflix called Making of a Murderer. All right. Look at season 1, and then look at the first part of season 2, because season 2 is about getting them all off, but in particular what stood out to me was not necessarily the main person, but the nephew of the person that they claimed was a murderer. He was you could tell that he's mentally challenged. He was being interrogated without an adult. Okay. And then they used the fact that he wasn't all the way there to basically get him to, and the fact that they had him there for so long, to say that he did something that he most likely probably didn't. All right. And that's what it reminded me of when I was looking at them at that particular scene when they was all in the in the police station, and the cops are just coming at them with all this stuff, and you have the most heartbreaking You want to know what pissed me off the most too? Okay, before we get to Corey Rice's story, because that was the most heartbreaking one to me, and probably everybody else, episode 4, which literally talked about his whole involvement in this, because he literally was not there. He was not there. He was going to protect his friend and be a good friend so that he wouldn't get in trouble with his mama. And bitch, let me just tell you something. Raymond Santana's wife, the daddy, Elena, that bitch need her ass whipped, okay? Because she was just totally disrespectful to this to the son. And I don't care if you have your opinions or whatever, but she was just and then the daddy allowed it too. The daddy allowed it. So I had no respect for him either, all right? To the point that that boy went on ahead, came out of jail and went right back to jail. He went to adult prison at this point. And all the kids, you know, they was trying to get Yusuf to make it seem like he was 16 years old, but his birth certificate showed that he was really 15. You know, he doctored his age up just trying to get girls and make himself look cool or whatever, but he really 15 years old. So he got put into juvie. Kevin got put into juvie. Yusuf got put into juvie, and Antron got put into juvie, and Raymond. Raymond was one of your youngest ones. He was 14. Bitch, when he said he was in the 7th grade, I looked at Raymond and I said, 7th grade where? I was with the cops at that point when he said, damn, they make him, you don't look like you that young. And you look older than that. That's what the cops were saying. I was looking like 7th grade. 7th grade. God damn. But, you know, they make them like that these days too. Now it's a common I see it all the time. Like, damn, so you pretty big for your age. Oh, okay. I see. But anyway, when it got down to Corey Rice, Corey came out there and went to the police station just to be there for his friend. He sat out there that whole time, even fell asleep. Then they got his ass and then had him, you know, he beat him up. All he wanted to do was go home. Had him say this false confession on a videotape and then used it against him and the court during the trial like they did all the others. He wound up not going to juvie because he was 16 years old. They charged him as an adult. He went to an adult prison, and I felt so bad for him. When they was depicting the scenes of when he was getting attacked, and that one particular scene when they pulled him into that room, I was just sitting there like, I hope, because he stayed there. He's had the longest sentence. He stayed for over 10 years in jail, in prison, okay? In prison. His whole childhood was taken away from him. For what? For what? For what? And then while he was in prison, his sister passed away. You know, I love the fact that Ava put that in. You know, this is Pride Month. And the issues that was going on in the household with the mother not being in agreement with the sister who was trans and all of that. And unfortunately, while he was in jail, the sister passed away. And that was fucked up. She was murdered. Okay. And we see a lot of that still going on too. A lot of our trans sisters and getting killed and no one cares. No one cares, all right? They get talked about for a couple of days and it's on to the next, okay? Literally. And without no finding out what happened or anything like that. And for this boy to be in this adult prison around these grown-ass men, when they put him into that closet, I was just thinking like, please tell me they didn't rape him. Like, he had to fight. Y'all, the shit made me so mad, and I was at work just holding back tears. When that one scene, when he transferred to a new prison, and that one guard was being nice to him. That one guard was basically like his protector and his only friend that he had, truly. You know, got him to work detail, and that's when he met the real murderer. And that is so fucking coincidental. And then they met later on, and he confessed and all that stuff. But when his sister died, and the chaplain told him, and he started, you know, he was like, when he said, don't nobody care about me? Don't nobody give a fuck about me? Don't nobody give a fuck about me? Bitch, I was on the desk watching this at work. I ain't even had, girl, listen, let me tell you something. Ass was like this, blinking so hard because I'm trying not to cry on the desk. I really was trying not to cry. So, girl, I'm trying to fight the tears back. It was just so touching and so heartbreaking. I was just like, oh my God. I had to pause it so many times. It took me so long to get through that one episode because it was just so deep. And the actor who plays it, is his name Jarrell? Is that how you say his name? Jarrell? Jerome? Jharrell. Either way, he did a good ass job. If he is not nominated for something, I know it's rigged. I know the game is fucked up because he played that part well. He literally played a 16-year-old to a man in his 30s. Okay, listen, the best. He phenomenal. When he was in solitude, in solitary confinement, and when he was going through the emotions, the voice playing back and forth in his head. Oh my God, it was just a lot. He did that. Okay. We saw that some got out 6 years into the sentence, 5 years into the sentence. Like I said, Corey, he had the longest in adult prison. Yusuf got out, got married 9 months later, and had 10 kids. 10 kids. And who was it? Was it Antron? Antron had like 8 kids. I said, damn, you motherfuckers said we finna make up for lost time. But no. And they still with their people too. So it is, but it's fucked up. And you know what? The aftermath of this, Linda Fairstein, you got these people. She's still adamant that she didn't do nothing wrong. She got kicked off the board of these places that she's at. She was a trustee member in Vassar College or whatever. She resigned from that. She's a crime novelist. They was trying to get, her books taken off the shelves and stuff like that and not get the new one coming out or whatever. She's feeling the heat. She had to, terminate all her social media platforms because people was coming at her. You know who else they need to get to? What's the letter or whatever, the other girl that was the actual lawyer in the case with the curly hair. She needs to get that too because she knew. She fucking knew. And she just kept going. She knew in her heart of heart that these boys did not do it. All right. And then I seen the article that I put on my own Facebook page where the jogger who did not remember and who don't remember wants to find and get all this stuff together so that the cops can be clear, because she feels like the cops did what they supposed to do and the prosecutors and all that stuff. All right. And I said, how do you feel that they did what they supposed to do and that these boys really are the ones that did this when you can't remember anything that happened that night? So how can you say something like that? You can't say something like that and not realize that there is a big possibility that you got the wrong people. Okay? Just because, in the show they were showing when they found out that who actually did it, which exonerated them, Linda Fairstein is still saying, okay, well, like we said, it was a 6th person that got away. They still guilty. That part was making me mad so much. Listen, if you have not seen When They See Us, I do not fault you for it, okay? Because it is a heavy 5-hour program, okay? It's heavy, all right? It will touch you. If you watch this and you don't feel no type of emotions from it that evoke that, pain and suffering and wanting to hug somebody and wanting to cry and all that, something is not right with you. You probably not human, okay? But I say, at one point, do watch it. I don't care if you don't watch it all. If you try to watch it, at least you try it, because it is heavy. So I'm not gonna get upset with those who don't want to watch it, because at first I was one of the ones who did not want to watch it because I knew I was gonna be pissed the whole time, and I knew just from looking at the trailer that it was gonna evoke those emotions. So I had to build that up. So if you don't want to watch it, it's understandable. If you have watched it, put your comments down in the comments. Comment on it and tell me how you feel about it. Wow, that's all I can say. And Corey fine to me. He is, like, if girl, I'll probably be, let me stop. Anyway, moving on from that. Y'all put down your comments. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please be safe with it and just get out there and live life, okay? And I will see you guys later. Peace.